Multiple sclerosis. Multiple sclerosis is a disease of unknown etiology, probably it's autoimmunologic, that affects the conduction of the electrical signal, mainly by affecting myelin sheath. So I will just remind you what is the myelin sheath. When we have the nerves, so the axons, axons around the nerves are generally the axons with the myelin sheath around them. Yes, so inside there is an axon, around there is myelin sheath. Myelin sheath is this isolator that enables fast propagation of action potential through the nerve. Without myelin sheath, the nerve would not work. To make it short. So in case of the multiple sclerosis, these myelin sheaths are the primary place that is attacked. Usually disease is affecting relatively young people, and it has a couple different types depending on the clinical outcomes. First of all, it may be recurrent. So the most frequent type is with recurrent attacks generally. So when we get the clinical case, yes, these are signs and symptoms. This is time. Yes, so usually it looks like that. Yes, we have nothing, remission, then some symptoms. Yes, then nothing, then remission, then bigger. After some time, there is all the time some symptoms. It gets only worse and worse. Yes. So after some time, after couple attacks, it may be tens, it may be couple. It depends. The patient never gets back to normal. Yes. But at the very beginning, between attacks, the patient is completely healthy. At least seems to be completely healthy. So, what is affected and what is happening? Generally, every conduction, so both in the nerves and also myelin inside the brain, yes? So we may have some problems with thinking, generally some cognitive problems, let's say. But we also have, and this is usually far more pronounced, the problems with our body. Yes, so sensory loss, for example, that we cannot feel, and lack of paralysis generally, to make it short. Yes, usually as a lower motor neuron syndrome, but not always. Quite frequently, it affects sphincters. Yes, so for example, one of quite common early symptoms of this disease is urinary inconsistency. Generally. It also affects legs more frequently than hands. Why? We can imagine that if we are generally, let's say that this is affecting myelin sheaths at random places. Yes. Let's now concentrate on the spinal cord, and let's say it would affect here, and then it would affect here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Yes, and here. Sorry. Just random places. Yes, and look, if it would affect here, it would affect also lower limbs. If it would affect here, and here, it would affect lower limbs, but would not affect the upper limbs. Yes. You can think about this in that way. It's not exactly like that, but it's a good way to remember this with this technique. Generally, there is no cure. Disease progresses. There are a couple types of progression, the primary, progressive, and so on, but you will read about this, it's easy. Of course, the physiotherapy is very important. One of the most important thing is to fight fatigue. Fatigue is one of the worst symptoms of the multiple sclerosis. Yes, so fighting fatigue by, for example, aerobic exercises as long as possible is very important. Yes, making the patient as active as possible is increasing life quality very much. Yes. Okay, so I suppose the most important intuition was already covered. Of course, read the presentation as always. Thank you very much.